Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. WWE Hall of Famer Jerry Lawler suffered his third stroke recently. The legend has suffered several issues as a result of the attack, and has revealed what happened. Jerry Lawler was featured in an interview by Memphis Fox affiliate Channel 13 today about the situation surrounding his recent stroke and how he has been recovering. The WWE Hall of Famer revealed that he had trouble with his vision as a result of the stroke. He added that even when he returned to his house afterward, he did not even recognize his own home. On top of that, Lawler said that when he was lying in bed in the hospital and his family came into his room, he could not recognize them. He said that he felt good other than these issues. The 75-year-old added that the stroke took place after he stopped taking his medication recently. He said that a lot of people had come to thank him and pray for his well-being, and he said that it meant a great deal to him, so he wanted to thank them for their best wishes as well as prayers. I remember lying in the bed in the hospital, and when people that I knew, like family members, came in and I didn't even recognize them. People kept coming out of nowhere to thank me and to pray for me. All of that means such a great deal to me, and I want to thank them for all that. In 2023, Jerry Lawler was taken to the hospital after he suffered a stroke. He suffered another stroke back in 2018. These are not the only health issues that the star has suffered, with him suffering a legitimate heart attack live on Rhea. Doctors said that he had been clinically dead for almost 30 minutes as a result. Sportskeeda wishes Jerry Lawler a swift recovery from his stroke and a painless recovery. Anirban Banerjee is a journalist from Kolkata, India, and has been a part of building Sportskeeda's WWE section over the past 9 years. He's been an assistant content manager for the team during the past 4 years as well. Banerjee has interviewed John Jones, Conor McGregor, Cowboy Cerrone, George Masvidal, Mandy Rose, Joe Hendry, Darren Till, and many others. Anirban has worked in the field of wrestling and mixed martial arts journalism for several years. In addition to his work on Sportskeeda, Anirban is a fiction writer and has co-written over 20 biographies. He was also a columnist for 90 Minutes. In his free time, Anirban is an avid reader and spends hours lost in books. WWE Hall of Famer Jerry "The King" Lawler has been one of the most enduring and iconic names in professional wrestling for more than 5 decades, but at 75 years old he is once again facing serious health concerns after revealing that he has been dealing with major issues following his recent third stroke. Lawler, who has survived multiple life-threatening scares in the past, opened up about the situation during a recent appearance, and reports suggest that the legendary commentator and wrestler has been battling through complications that have affected both his daily life and his ability to appear publicly in the way fans have been accustomed to. The news has sparked an outpouring of support across the wrestling world, with fans, fellow WWE stars, and industry veterans all rallying behind the King during what has become one of the most difficult battles of his storied life. Lawler's health has been a subject of concern ever since his widely publicized on-air cardiac arrest in 2012, when he collapsed at the commentary desk during an episode of Monday Night Raw. Against all odds, he returned to television only months later, resuming his role at the announce desk and even occasionally lacing up his boots for special appearances. However, in the last several years he has suffered multiple strokes, including this most recent one, which marks the third time he has had to fight his way back. At 75, this challenge is proving to be a greater obstacle than ever before, and insiders say Lawler is dealing with lingering effects that have changed the way he approaches both his professional commitments and personal life. According to those close to him, the Hall of Famer has experienced issues with his speech mobility and overall energy since his third stroke, leaving him frustrated at times but still determined to keep pushing forward. Friends have described Lawler as resilient and unwilling to give up despite the circumstances, noting that his fighting spirit is the same quality that carried him through decades of battles in the wrestling ring against opponents ranging from Terry Funk to Bret Hart. While fans may remember him most for his long run as one of WWE's most recognizable commentators alongside Jim Ross during the Attitude Era, Lawler himself has always remained deeply connected to the business as both a performer and a mentor. That passion continues to drive him even now as he works to overcome his health setbacks. Reports indicate that Lawler has been undergoing therapy to deal with the effects of the stroke, and though progress has been slow, there have been signs of improvement. Those who have spoken with him note that he still tries to stay upbeat, often using humor to cope with the difficulties he faces. Supporters point to his nickname, "The King," not just as a wrestling persona, but as a reflection of his ability to endure and command respect even in the darkest of times. The announcement of his ongoing health battles has led to countless messages from wrestlers past and present. Several current WWE stars took to social media to express their gratitude for Lawler's contributions to the industry, praising him as a trailblazer and someone who helped shape the modern wrestling landscape. Fans, meanwhile, have shared personal stories about growing up watching him either during his legendary Memphis wrestling days, where he feuded with Andy Kaufman in one of the most famous celebrity storylines of all time, or as the voice of Raw through WWE's biggest boom period. The concern now lies in what the future holds for Lawler's involvement with WWE programming. While he has made sporadic appearances in recent years, often during special events or Hall of Fame ceremonies, it remains unclear whether he will be able to continue making those appearances given his current condition. Doctors reportedly have advised him to limit stress and focus on recovery, but knowing Lawler's history, it would not be surprising if he still found ways to remain connected to the business he loves so much. The wrestling industry has unfortunately seen too many of its legends pass away far too soon, and that makes Lawler's fight to survive and recover all the more inspiring. At 75, he continues to be a living link to multiple eras of professional wrestling, from the territorial days of Memphis to the global juggernaut that WWE has become. Every update about his health reminds fans of how much he has already endured and how much he continues to give simply by sharing his story. Yet Lawler's case demonstrates the importance of resilience, rehabilitation, and support systems. Those close to him say that family and longtime friends have been by his side throughout the process, making sure that the king does not face this fight alone. In many ways, his journey is a reminder that even larger-than-life figures are human beings who must deal with challenges beyond the spotlight. WWE has yet to make an official statement on Lawler's current health issues, but it is expected that when they do, it will include messages of support from the company and perhaps even recognition during upcoming programming. Lawler has been an integral part of WWE history, and the company has always acknowledged his contributions, particularly his role in helping to elevate the Attitude Era, which remains one of the most successful periods in wrestling history. While some may focus on the uncertainty of whether he will ever return to commentary or in-ring appearances, the bigger story here is his sheer will to fight through adversity time and time again. At 75, most men would already have long retired from public life, but Jerry Lawler has continued to defy expectations, showing the same toughness that made him a world-class wrestler and one of the most entertaining talkers the business has ever seen. As news of his ongoing recovery spreads, one thing has become clear: Jerry Lawler's legacy is secure regardless of what happens next. From his legendary matches in Memphis to his unforgettable commentary in WWE and his willingness to embrace everything from comedy to controversy, he has left an indelible mark on the sport. His latest health battle is just another chapter in a life defined by resilience, and fans around the world will no doubt continue to support him with the same passion he gave them during his decades in the ring and behind the microphone. For now, the wrestling world waits, watches, and hopes that the king can once again rise above the odds as he has done so many times before.